Hey guys, welcome to another news breakdown here on Sotopop. Alright, as always, I'm your host of Frozen Stratos, and today we're just going to be taking a look at some of the small news, well, kind of big, but not too much news that came out of the Soto News blog, as well as some updates around in the Soto Candy Toy sphere, and some Yudo stuff as well toward the end of this episode. So without further ado, let's just hop right in to the 01 Riser blog. That candidly has no 01 in it, but you know what it does have? It does have a lot of Kamen Rider Birth. This is our very first look at the second premium Bandai set coming for Chronicle O's, and it's going to be called Birth Unit. And I mean, obviously, happy birthday! We're getting Kamen Rider Birth, and this dude looks fantastic. And not just this guy, no, we get the two. Yeah, so we're getting regular Birth and Proto Birth, and these just look phenomenal. On top of that, you saw earlier that you will be able to attach the drill, the crane. You can combine the drill and the crane arms. On top of this, you also have the claw thingy, the caterpillar leg thingy, the flight wing thingy, and also the breast cannon. On top of that, obviously, you can combine them all together. And check it out, they've got a new head, like that's the sort of after transformation head, or like the sort of power-up head. And you'll notice throughout all of the, out of all of these pictures, there are no visible mounting points. Now, they were talking about in this blog how it was important to them that they maintain the silhouette without having to sort of swap out parts in order to make this gimmick happen. So they went in and redid like the foundation of this sort of figure and made it so that there aren't any extra pieces, or there isn't anything to like remove to place these items into. I believe it's all centered around, you know, the little capsule joints themselves. They're not really joints, but like they latch on in some way, and I'm very interested to see, one, how sturdy it is, and two, how it's implemented. On top of that, speaking of those little capsule-like areas, they also wanted to mention that they're using a brand new plastic. Well, not brand new, but just a plastic they don't typically use. It's called MABS. Normally they would use PVC for these pieces, but they wanted that strength and rigidity of ABS, so they used MABS, which is a clear ABS. So yeah, this thing looks awesome, and it's got some pretty unique Soto innovations to it. On top of that, don't forget, you can combine these things. This looks great. This is everything I wanted out of a Soto Birth. All except for something else we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, these guys come with, well, this is basically their accessory loadout. They've got the gun, and you can change it into the Gatling mode. And if you notice the hand loadout right here, you can, there are actually two of each pair of these things. So you get an open hand, the holy hands, and a punchy fist, which isn't something we typically get, and then pointing hands and metal holding hands. And you know what? Those metal holding hands go really well with this milk can. Hell yeah! This is exactly what I wanted out of Soto, and something I thought that I'd have to fill the blank in myself with. But yeah, this looks fantastic, and if you take a look inside, there are coins in there. I mean, they're all molded together, but yeah, you have the option to put coins in there. Also, did you need a manual? Did you need to know how to make this thing work? Well, you have a manual in there. And also, just to let you know, these parts are separate, even the little coins. This picture comes from the actual listing on the premium Bandai site. So one, it's up, so pre-order it if you can, and two, some of the images here are from the blog, but there are a bunch more images on the actual listing itself. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Birth Unit, and it's looking like a massive hit At least for me, I'm very excited for this. And like I said a few weeks ago, shodo-x is one of their best-selling lines, so I'm hoping this does well. Also, I did want to sort of update you guys on a little bit of, not this thing, 01. So we haven't gotten anything from Shodo-01 recently. Even in this latest blog, we haven't touched on 01. And if you've been pre-ordering these items, specifically on AmiAmi, you'll notice that a lot of the Shodo items keep being pushed back. Initially, AI-06 was slated to release this month, in March. But it moved back to April, and then it moved back to May, as well as the Kuga set, and then all other AI-0 whatever sets after it that you had pre-ordered. Now it is a little troubling, but do keep in mind that Mega House, who is their manufacturer, is based in China, and there may be a quarantine for coronavirus situation. So this is speculation on my end. I just wanted to provide maybe some context to why these things may be happening, and, you know, not yell that it's the end of Shodo or anything, that these things are being pushed back. Just things may be getting in the way, and I don't know, just maybe be patient when, you know, Shodo stuff does come out and some candy toy stuff does get pushed back. And don't worry, this month we already had Combo Change O's 2 come out, and we're looking to get AI 5.5 at the very least this month. And next month you should expect shodo-x 8. The month after that, in May, you've got 06, you've got Kuga, you've got the Yudo set, which we'll get to. I do have some news about that. And then June, we have 01 AI7, 07, Kamen Rider shodo-x, Kamen Rider 9, and then in July, we have AI-08 and AI-09, so they are doubling up that month. I think they're trying to do a little bit of catch-up. So yeah, that might be why we're not getting too much news, so don't be too afraid. I am personally a little bit disappointed that there is not as much news coming out, but I completely understand. So please bear with them. There's probably some stuff going on behind the scenes that they have no control over. But you know what we do have control over? Actually, we don't actually have control over what I'm about to talk about. But what we have seen from Yudo coming out of Kiramager is that, well, the last time we talked about it, we talked about how the accessory set had a very strange layout, only included one sword. And I believe Bandai, on some level, took notice of not necessarily the outrage, maybe some of the blowback of this image, and they actually went through on their site and on the AmiAmi listings, changed it to this. And this is a more promising sort of variation on this set, and I'm hoping that this is like the actual thing that we're getting. I'm not sure how we ended up getting this, if this was supposed to be what we got in the first place, but I am very excited that we are actually getting like a full on set, and like you won't need anything else once you buy this. Like, you are basically done, no hunting down extras or anything. That's something I really like. And I'm glad that every single line when it comes to Candy Toy is catching on to something like this. So I am very, very hopeful for this new line and these items. Yeah, so it's all looking good. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you're most excited for. And also, hang out in the Discord. A lot of this stuff we've talked about already in the Discord, and it's just a really good time. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.